We have a deal in place. Caitlin Clark got the WNBA players paid. It's official. It is official. They have come to an agreement. Finally, they have come to an agreement. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Like, subscribe, follow. Hit us up on our social media. We appreciate you. Caitlin Clark, fresh off of an MVP performance at the Puerto Rico qualifier for FIBA and the World Cup. A day later, how many days after the deadline? The 18th, so 8 days plus 2. So 8 days after the initial deadline, 2 days after the secondary deadline, and we're not going to have any stoppages in play. Apparently, there's no issues with the schedule. They have a deal, and the deal is as follows: $7 million cap. Players initially won like $9.5, $10 million in the cap. The owners went from 5.75 or 5.5 to 7. Not surprised. Big jump for the cap. Supermax is starting at 1.4 million. Average salary about 600,000. Minimum salaries 300K. Sources say the average revenue share will be nearly 20% across the length of the deal, so it won't be, the 26%, the 27%, the 30%, the 31%. Let's just keep it a buck. The owners won the deal. They got what they wanted. They had the long game. The players, they had a short game, and the players are going to spin it in any which way they want to spin it. But the reality remains this specifically, and I will share this image with you. Where did it go? Let me share this image with y'all. Caitlin Clark got him paid. Like, we can talk about all the other stuff. Caitlin Clark got him paid. Without Caitlin Clark, let's just be real. This would never have happened. You're welcome. $7 million cap. You're welcome. She got them paid. Bow down to the queen of the WNBA. She got you paid. Now you might want to just send her a thank you card because she got you paid. Nobody cared about this league before Caitlin Clark showed up. Nobody batted an eye about this league before Caitlin Clark showed up. Nobody knew the names of these players before Caitlin Clark showed up. And when I say no, and I mean relatively speaking, like if Breanna Stewart walked down the street in New York City, nobody would have recognized her 5 years ago. Like, that's just the reality. Nneka Ogwumike, no one would know her from Adam on the Block. No one would notice her. Asia Wilson would be unnoticed. Sabrina Ionescu would be unnoticed. None of these players anyone would have noticed. I mean, yeah, there's a certain group of people that would have noticed them, but for the most part, relatively speaking, they could go on a cruise, they could go on a flight, they could go do a lot of things, and nobody would blink. It wouldn't be like an NBA player who can't even walk down the street without being bombarded for autographs and photo ops and all this. Like, these guys don't live regular lives. That's why they don't go on regular vacations. Like, I'm sure an NBA player would love to just go on a regular ass cruise ship and not be hassled for a week for autographs or photo ops and stuff like that. So it would almost have to be that player would have to set up a time with the cruise ship to say, look, from this time to this time, I will do autograph sessions and photo ops. But after that, I'm not doing anything. People better not bother me type stuff, right? WNBA players don't have that problem. They've never had that problem. Heck, they still don't really have that problem. Caitlin Clark does. Heck, even Paige Beckers might, and Angel Reese might a little bit. But the vast majority of these players, they don't have that issue. They said the progress made in these discussions marks a transformative step towards forward for players in the league. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert told reporters at 3 o'clock in the morning and it's underscoring a shared commitment to the continued growth of the game. I don't understand why these meetings didn't start at 9 o'clock in the morning, like normal hours for normal course of business. Like having media members sit outside of a goddamn hotel. Like they can't even sit in the lobby. Sitting on the freaking sidewalk, treating them like they're dogs. Making them sit outside for a week while they have these midnight negotiation sessions. Like what? Who in their right mind didn't understand that? Like, how about 9 to 6, like working hours? But the WNBA does it this way, where they make it as uncomfortable as humanly possible to have meetings where people actually, I don't know, work. So it says it's been a process, and it's underscoring a shared commitment to the continued growth of the game. It's been a process, but we're very proud to be leading in women's sports, and these players are amazing, and we're going to have an amazing 30th season tipping off in May. Nneka Ogwumike, Brianna Stewart, Alicia Clark, Brianna Turner share the news with reporters. I think this can be summed up in 2 words: player empowerment. Miss me with it. Players coming to the table and standing on business. Oh, that's that business of that 31%, right? That's that business of that 10 million cap you wanted, right? That's that business. Seems more like a negotiation. Seems like it came down. Seems like the owners came up a bit to make a deal. But that's not standing on business. That's basic negotiation 101. David Sampson of the Florida former Miami Marlins president, he told everybody what was going on. Like this is negotiation 101. Players coming to the table, standing on business, and being reminded of the collective voice and that of what that means to be in a union, the power of a union. Terry Jackson Carmichael said, "I'll never forget it," and they have taken it like they always do to the next level. There's no changes in schedule. Training camp is April 19th. Preseason games April 25th. Start of regular season is May 8th. There's going to be a couple of expansion drafts set for April 6th. And April 7th to 18th is free agency. College draft is April 13th. A lot of stuff is going to be going on. It's going to be an absolute shit show. It's actually going to be such a shit show that I think there are going to be players that are going to get underpaid because of it. Some might get overpaid, but I think a lot of them are going to get underpaid because they're going to. It's just my opinion that some players are going to get. A lot of players are going to get shafted. You're going to see more max players than you are going to see players in that mid range, in my opinion. I think you're going to see a lot more minimum players at the 300K number. And then max players, you're going to see a lot less in that $600,000, $700,000 range. That's my guess, because it's really, really hard to go visit a whole bunch of teams in 3 days. Because that's the schedule that's come out for the WNBA. WNBA schedule. I know there was a certain window. So April 1st to 6th expansion draft window. It's going to be on the 6th. April 7th, 8th, which again, why is it taking 3 weeks to do the expansion draft? April 7th, 8th, qualifying offers, core designations. April 9th to 11th, free agency negotiation window. April 12th to 18th, free agency signing period. April 13th, the draft. April 19th, training camp. May 8th, season starts. End of the day, though, she got you paid, man. It's that simple. That's all I got. Leave your comments, like the video, subscribe, follow. Appreciate y'all. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.